Hey guys, it's Fleechiana96, and I'm giving you day 23 of Inktober Podfics. Today's show is going to be Red River, which is actually just a manga. It should be turned into an actual anime though, because it is really good. Highly recommend. Warning, it is meant for like 18 up. I think on the manga it shows like 16 up. It's like a mature thing due to some content in there. The Inktober prompt is going to be Firefly, and with that information out of the way, let's jump into it. Yuri leaned back in the grass, the sunset shimmering in the golden speckled sand past their little oasis. She had wanted to get out of the palace, somewhere to really take in the span of Anatolia. Kale, of course, indulges her. He would have given her anything she ever wished. How fortunate for him that she only wished for him. Kale, she asked gently, reaching for a strawberry from the basket. She leaned against her king, closing her eyes and thinking about the long since faded memory of humid days from her 20th century home. Yes, Yuri? He asked, rubbing her shoulder, letting her lie on him as she wished. He sipped from his own goblet, holding her both protectively and soothingly. I wish I could bring you back to my home, just for one day even. Show Mom I'm well and thriving, show you the 20th century. I really think you'd like it, Kale. Well, maybe. It's certainly louder and brighter than here, but still, I wish I could show it to you. Oh? Kale let the request settle in the space between them. Perhaps I may not be able to see in the differences, but I know from what you've told me there are some similarities. Yuri glanced up at him, shifting a bit to better see him. Yeah, that's true. You've spoken of the changing sky, the silver moon. You've said the stars are different due to your location, but you still name some of them. Kale looked up. The crescent moon was growing bolder in the dying rays of the purpling sunset. Stars Yuri had been learning the names of with the help of Judah were waving and glinting in the cleared skies. Well, mostly clear. There were a few clouds dragged along the border of the sky, soaking in the sun to project a wonderful color palette of twilight and mystery. It looked like something from a Lisa Frank coloring book or Sailor Moon poster. Yeah, the moon really does remain the same, Yuri smiled. You talk about the strawberries and the seasons. You have them back home. Kale noted. Yuri nodded. We do. And you've brought peace here from your home, just by being yourself. This moment where we can sit without a convoy between stretches of territory, you made this possible, Yuri. Kale leaned down and kissed the top of her head. She smiled and shook her head. You give me way too much credit, Kale. She let her eyes spread to the reaching shadows of the cooling scorches of the earth until she found a blinking light. Their numbers were growing in the little grassy patch by the cooling pool of water where the horses were drinking. She stood, stretching out before turning to the little blinking lights. There is something else we have that you have in a few places here, she teased. And what is that, my queen? Kale shifted to watch her, leaning against his hand with amusement on his face. Yuri sprang to catch one, a little bug with the power of the future hidden inside of it. She walked over before presenting her prize to her husband. This, a firefly, she smiled gently. Kale observed the bug for a moment before standing. You enjoy them? He asked, watching the bug escape her hands. I do. I remember catching them with my friends as kids. We tried to see who could catch the most, Yuri confirmed, leaning into his arms. Well, let me show you something then. Kale easily lifted Yuri into his arms, walking over to the darker grasses in the embers of the fleeting light they had. He looked around the expansion of grass before sitting Yuri on a plateaued rock. Wait here, Ishtar. I'll light the way for you, Kale promised. He slowly let go of her, his touch trailing down her arm to her fingertips, moving her delicate fingers to his lips and kissing their ends before turning from her. He took a few paces out, back to the softer grass, removing his cloak. He knelt to press it to the ground, spread out by the air in his handling, before sweeping the space in his circumference, bringing the cloth up with the motion. Yuri gasped, eyes widening at the upward motion of his cloak. He pulled up at least 100 of the glowing bugs, the blinking lights dazzling as they swirled up with the motion, their light now the only thing in the darkness of the desert. Wow, they're so beautiful, Yuri beamed. Kale turned back in time to see her unfiltered joy. So pure and eager, he couldn't stop his own smile. He loved how she found amusement in the oddest and simplest of things. Though their conversation had him thinking, perhaps there was a way he could grant her request, even if just for one day. Thank you guys for listening to that one. I hope you guys found it cute, and I hope you guys get curious about Red River. Highly recommend you guys should check it out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.